they wanted that 3 or 4-0 to show everybody that they're there. They've been dominant in the Premiership, and they wanted today to have a great performance, and they didn't do that. And I think this is a chance for Dortmund, because now coming up to the game in Dortmund, people will ask them, do they still have can they win it? Can Pep Guardiola win without Messi? He hates that. I've been so many games when he's playing Liverpool, for example, in the last rounds, and he has lost it. And I hopefully for Dortmund that he will lose it again by people like you, Dan, making those questions.
So the real thing we need to find out or figure out, all the things that Nedum was saying from a very sensible point of view and a rational point of view is correct. The problem is, inside Manchester City's dressing room, inside the coaching room, is there a little thing in the back of their head saying, well, you know, we wanted a bigger victory. We didn't want them to get an away goal, and we've messed this up before. Listen, if they're all thinking the way Nedum is, then they're in good shape.
Right.
But if they're thinking the way we are, and, well, you know what, this has happened before, then that could change the whole thing.
Go on, Nedum.
I have the word after.
Yeah, I think that, of course, yeah. So I think I think you've made some good points there, Steve. But to look at it, they have won the game, but they won a tough game. And I think for them, the way that City are, the way that Pep is, especially this season, they will learn. Like, there was a point in the game where Haaland pushed over Diaz, and then you're thinking, well, Diaz is now going to change the way he approaches Haaland. You know, they're a team who can adapt on the fly. And I think if they would have won 3-0, 4-0, then maybe they might have been overconfident going forward. But the fact that they had to earn this victory, and this is the first time they've won in the first leg in a quarter-final in the Champions League, I think that means something. So even though there could be doubts or whatever, the fact of the matter is they were in a tough game today and they came out on top. So surely that should provide confidence going forward.
Jan, you asked very politely. You'd like to speak next?
Yeah, yes, please. On the other side, you have Manchester City, who don't have that culture in the Champions League approach. On the other side, tonight, we watched 2 games. We saw Real Madrid. They won it 13 times. When coming to April and May, they are at their best. It's like the former coach of Bayern Munich always said, Jupp Heynckes, April and May are the 2 best months and the most important months for Bayern Munich. Manchester City is not there yet. So they need to know that now it's the time that they have to play well. And that is a point for you, Dan, that they were not fantastic today. Still, they won the game. But question mark, we have to put it to them till they do something in April and May. That is Guardiola. And Guardiola doesn't have money to buy Haaland. And he has more or less used all the oil and gas money that is to spend. So now is the pressure on him too.
Just one last point on this game, Nedum. The disallowed goal for Borussia Dortmund, a complete joke, nothing to do with VAR, just a terrible refereeing decision.
Yeah, I think as we can all say, everyone will agree that he blew the whistle too soon, because I think if he allows the goal to go in and then, you know, he wants to change his mind, then whatever, VAR would change the decision, because it seemed like it was a fair tackle, it was a fair challenge, and Bellingham was rewarded for essentially going and trying to press the goalkeeper. And it's a shame that goals like that are being disallowed, but I always think the biggest problem with VAR and stuff is the human element of it. And I think when the referees and people don't quite get the procedures right, you're left in positions whereby you look at goals which should be allowed, which can't be, because now they're caught in, they've trapped themselves in sort of like a VAR bit of logic, and it's a shame. And I think he deserved that goal because he played very well today.
Yeah, he played excellent. Yeah, just don't blow the whistle. It's that simple, isn't it?
Well, the problem is with VAR.
Yeah.
The understanding of football doesn't rise by the referees. And if he let it go on for another 2 seconds, he could send it to VAR. They could come back and do that for him. And sometimes, well, we get frustrated by VAR, but we get at least frustrated when goals should be given and kind of the referees make it too early. And it's sometimes the understanding of football by some of the referees, VAR can't help that either. So there was a big wrong decision by the Romanian today at Etihad.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.